Hey guys, Dave the Drummer here, bringing to you a brand new episode of the Talking Drum. Now we're going to try something a little different here. The format's going to change just a little bit on this episode. So we've got, first off, I want to introduce the awesome, the talented Zack Olsen, who will be joining us for this interview. And we talk about how he got to Santa Cruz, what he's up to, what kind of gear he uses. It's a really good time. We have a really good discussion back a couple of months ago, and so I'm very happy to bring that footage to you. He's also brought a clip of him getting down with his band, Santa Cruz's very own Slow Gherking. After that, we're going to have Rick Tahira explain about the Santa Cruz Drum Club, the origin, the beginnings of it, what kind of role it serves in the Santa Cruz music community. So without further ado, I'm going to let Zack and myself take it away.
Zack Olsen.
Hello.
So Zack, why don't you tell the folks about yourself?
My name is Zack. I live here in Santa Cruz. I've been here since, I think, '89. And I've been playing drums for maybe 27 years, something like that. Yeah, I live in SoCal with my wife and my 2 kids and love it here. And before this, I was in a different place. Like every year, I was in a different spot. So I went to, I think, 26 different schools growing up.
Wow.
So I was always the new kid.
Right.
Always had to do a lot of fighting to, be that new kid.
Right, right,
different than other kids, I guess. But once I found music, I just latched on.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about the people, the leaks to people in this town because it's such a small town. Our last guest was actually one of the first drum teachers of Mr. Olsen upon his arrival here in Santa Cruz. And so maybe you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, actually, it started in 6th grade. I got really into music towards the end of 6th grade. And some buddies down the street, they were a year older. I thought they were the coolest thing. They had this punk rock band called the Rejects.
Right.
And actually, all 3 guys that were in that band moved to Santa Cruz because they're surfers.
Right.
So this was in Redwood City.
Right.
So they all live here now, which is hilarious because we all, came to the same spot.
Right.
But I bought a drum set for $50,
Right.
which was a trash can lid, a Stewart 20-inch kick drum, and I forget what the snare drum was. I think it was different, but I really wanted to play, but I had no idea. So when I moved to Seattle, I took some lessons from this guy, and he was having me popping my wrists, counting to 4. And the next lesson, I was counting to 4, popping my wrists, counting to 4, and I was just like sick of it. I wanted to play punk rock. I knew it didn't have to be very good.
Right.
I just wanted to play music. And he was like, "You're not ready, kid. Sit down. Try to play a beat."
Right.
So he had me sit down at this kit, and I don't know how to play a beat.
Right.
So he's like, "Look, you're not ready." So so we had a few more lessons. Then I just gave my drum set away because I was so frustrated.
Right.
So then I finished up school up there. I came down here for high school because my mom lived down here, and I was into skateboarding. And I was like, it's Santa Cruz. I got to go to Santa Cruz.
Right.
So halfway through high school, I started getting. I was still really into music. Went to tons of shows. But about halfway through, like 16, 17, I started taking lessons with Rick Walker.
Right.
And he was the one that first showed me, like, all right, you put your foot here, you put your hand here, and you make a beat.
Right.
And so for me, since it was hard for me to hear that, it was to have somebody show me, physically watch them, and then and also be able to write it out and read it.
Right.
After a while, I started understanding how it sounded.
Right.
So for me, like Rick really helped me understand the fundamentals and get me rolling.
Right on.
So I was a pretty quick study though. Like if I could watch somebody, I could kind of figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. So he really, what I use. I mean, I love cymbals.
Right.
So I have a lot of cymbals.
Right.
But recently I hooked up with Istanbul Mehmet cymbals.
Right.
And so I've been, I was blown away with their stuff at the NAMM show this year.
Right.
And it just happened, my friend was across the street,
Right.
from them in the hall. And they, had talked. And so we were geeking out on cymbals and like playing them all and just loving them. And so, Carl, the artist rep was like, hey, what do you do? And we talked. And, because I teach so much and I play so much, it seemed like a good fit. They wanted to up their educational program.
Right.
So, anyways, I play Istanbul Mehmet cymbals. I have mostly Craviotto drums.
Right.
I have some Ludwigs and
Shout
some.
out to Craviotto.
Yeah, definitely. Love that man. Miss Johnny. Yeah, and I have some Gretsch. But yeah, mostly play my Cravies. Other gear, I mean, as far as hardware and stuff, whatever, if it works.
Right.
Yeah. And what
What do
other
you
stuff?
got like tom size wise? Do you talk about like what's a more common setup for your toms?
Yeah, well, I really like minimal setups.
Okay.
I love the 4-piece drum set.
Okay.
So I love a 12-inch, a 14.
Right.
I usually play an 18 or a 20, depending on the situation. And then I have a lot of different snares I can choose from. But the 5.5 by 14 is my go-to.
That's pretty
but
much mine too.
Yeah, I mean, I have, but as far as toms, I have a 10, an 11, a 12, a 13, a 14, a 15, and a 16. And then, yeah, I have all the flavors. So, it just depends on the gig.
Yeah.
And then I have about 7 snare drums.
Right.
And then 2 bass drums. I might get a bigger one coming up too. But, yeah, so for me, it just depends on where I'm playing, who I'm playing with. Because these days I'm a hired gun, so I just go play with everybody, and so lots of different styles of music, and I just have to kind of guess, based on my experience, what I'm going to be playing. But mostly a 4-piece, unless if I'm playing a musical show that, or like because I play with Cabrillo Stage, we do a lot of musicals, and so a lot of times I'll need more stuff. If it's a rock gig or a gig that I feel like I need a little bit more, some other tones and sounds, I'll bring more stuff.
Right.
But basically 4 or 5-piece kit, maybe 2 floors, 1 rack, or 2 up. It just depends. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Amazing to be here. We're Slow Burger from Santa Cruz.
I play with this guy Preacher Boy. We play like Delta Blues kind of stuff, and it's been a fun project. We recorded an album about 2 years ago, and it's just it's a duo. It's National steel guitar, he sings, and I play drums. And one of my former students, Jeremy Cross, recorded it. It's a fun album. I mean, basically we showed up at his studio, and everything was live. I'd never heard any of the songs before.
Right.
We just locked ourselves in this tiny little room, and it was a dreary, rainy day.
Right.
But I think both of them were. And we,
That probably helped with the Delta Blues.
Oh, it was great, man. It was great. And Preacher Boy it's a little different.
I've met him before.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. So I really enjoy playing with him. I play with Steve Abrams, playing Latin jazz stuff, which is a really fun trio. Has a great book. I kind of miss being in a band. So like I said, right now I do a lot of freelancing.
Right.
Play with a lot of different bands, and so one of these days I'd like to get a group again.
Right.
Something that I rehearse, and it's kind of for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a lot of teaching, like I said. I have like 51 hours a week right now, which is a little mental.
Yeah.
But I love all my students, and I love kicking their butts
Right.
and trying to get them where they want to go. So it's been really, really fun.
Hey guys, Dave the Drummer here. Be sure to subscribe to the Dave the Drummer YouTube channel so you'll be able to check out all 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey guys, Dave the Drummer here. Be sure to subscribe to the Dave the Drummer Facebook. God damn it. Hey guys, Dave the Drummer here. Be sure to subscribe to the Dave the Drummer YouTube channel. You'll be able to get all the newest Talking Drum episodes as soon as they get uploaded. Be sure to also check me out on Facebook, on facebook.com/Dave the Drummer 831. Be also sure to check me out, all my music, just to kind of get a listen to what I've done, what kind of stuff I do. SoundCloud.com/Dave the Drummer 831-559. I'm also on Bandcamp. You can look me up as Dave El Baterista. You will find my album Amigos. It is a 3-track EP, jazz, rock, fusion, different kinds of stuff. It's a 10-minute long album, but it's all originals. Very, very happy to have put that out last year in October. But hey, I haven't tried my best to kind of get it out there, mass exposure. But, you know, I have plenty of time to do that. It's my album, and so I'll do whatever the hell I want with it. So, anyways, be sure to also check me out on Instagram at DaveTheDrummer831. You can always see what I'm up to at my website, pudesuhiro.wixsite.com/DaveTheDrummer831. And we'll see you guys at the very next episode of The Talking Drum.
So besides that, I love to spend time with my wife and my 2 kids and try to pack, you know, my free time with doing stuff with them. So I don't know, mountain bike riding, walking the dogs. We have a few dogs. Just doing nothing. Yeah, I don't know, going down to Big Sur, you know, eating good food, laughing, playing games, playing video games. Well, it's istanbulmamet.com. And I actually write for the artist blog on there. So I did 1 article so far, more to come. So I'm starting to do educational stuff for them. Regal Tip drumsticks, I love and I play, and I'm endorsed by them as well. Remo Drumheads, I've been courting them for about 4 years. And so next month, that's supposed to happen. So
Well, the story goes that a good friend of mine who is a local drum teacher, Dave Manili, he relocated back to Santa Cruz from being in Southern California. He was part of a drum club in Southern California called the Redondo Beach Drum Club, which were all basically pro drummers. I mean, I'm not going to name drop who was in it, but you can imagine they were all pros.
Yeah.
They bought, sold, traded, got together like every few months, and I thought that would be a really great concept to have in Santa Cruz, because we've got so many talented musicians, so many talented drummers.
That's true, we do.
And a lot of those guys do a lot of trading and selling amongst the community here. So Dave and I thought up the idea, and then I started it to network out with Stretch and another gentleman who is a drum dealer, Brent Adams.
Oh yeah, I know Brent. I got my first set of hi-hats.
There you go,
Brent. Yeah,
Brent.
I got a whole bunch of hardware from Brent.
Yeah.
Brent's over in the hills, and he's an awesome guy. I've like I said, about my first set of cymbals from him, and I've known him for about like 5 years now. So I mean, you know, yeah, Brent's got a lot of ties.
He's a legend. Yeah, he's a good guy. And then also we networked out with Big Dave Patrick.
Yes, I know Dave. I got my rototoms from Dave Patrick.
There you go. There you go. So so we started out with about 4 or 5 guys. Also, I wanted to mention there's another gentleman. His name is Larry Archer, who does vintage restorations. And so he was also one of the last guys to kind of get together and network out with us.
Right.
We started to get together about 1.5 years ago, trading and buying amongst ourselves. And after a few months of doing that, I was thinking that we should give back to the community and the drumming community in Santa Cruz. And so we decided to form a Facebook group, which we have on Facebook. That's sort of our announcement board of items for sale and things of interest, gigs that are happening, kind of just a basic message board for drummers in Santa Cruz and also beyond. The idea evolved into giving back to the community in the way of putting on a educational drum clinic. Santa Cruz Drum Club. Check us out on Facebook. We've got a Facebook group page. Please go ahead and send in your member requests, and we'll get you a signed up part of the group, and you can get filled in on what we're up to. Feel free to message us and post things if you've got a gig in town, if you need some help, if you needed some help with equipment. It's basically a great message board. Also, help support us and see Stretch. Go down to Starving Musician, their new location on Pacific Avenue, which is totally cool.
I love it. It's a great location, though.
Yeah, it's real nice. And go on in and support us, buy a t-shirt. And again, that money goes to help support doing these clinics going
some of the guys. Well, I can find on the homeless line. Well, I never believe it's alright. 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight. One more time, son. Jerking on down the line. Well, I'm a little overweight, my logbook is way behind. Oh, the mother's me tonight. If you think I'm happy, alright. 6 days on the road, and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Well, I race a little lonesome, but that don't mean she's slow. I got a flame from the staff, smoke burning blacker than coal.
Hey guys, Dave the Drummer here. Be sure to subscribe to the Dave the Drummer YouTube channel. You'll be able to get all the newest Talking Drum episodes as soon as they get uploaded. Be sure to also check me out on Facebook, on facebook.com/Dave the Drummer 831. Be also sure to check me out, all my music, just to kind of get a listen to what I've done, what kind of stuff I do. SoundCloud.com/Dave the Drummer 831-559. I'm also on Bandcamp. You can look me up as Dave El Baterista. You will find my album Amigos. It is a 3-track EP, jazz, rock, fusion, different kinds of stuff. It's a 10-minute long album, but it's all originals. Very, very happy to have put that out. Be sure to also check me out on Instagram at Dave the Drummer 831. You can always see what I'm up to at my website, pudesuhiro.wixsite.com/Dave the Drummer 831. And the big announcement that we are going on to your local TV stations if you are in the Santa Cruz County I believe CTV reaches out to a good amount of the county, and so people in Salinas and King City and so forth, you should be able to catch us Friday nights. 8:30, make us a part of your Friday nights, The Talking Drum. We will have a special compilation episode of The Talking Drum. We've been given a great opportunity by the community TV station to have a local TV version of the show. However, to meet certain requirements, we were needing to have 30-minute episodes, and so we will be essentially fitting multiple episodes into one compilation episode for CTV. So I'll give you a perfect example. The YouTube episodes range anywhere between 6 to 45 minutes. And so depending on how much time it takes, we will basically cut down parts of the interviews to fit TV time. So that's pretty much the skinny of The Talking Drum right there. We're also going to be on podcasts starting January. There might be a little surprise for the people that are in the official Secret Awesome Sauce Dave the Drummer secret group, that you might be able to get a preview of that podcast of the first 6 episodes of The Talking Drum before January. But for the general public, January is when we will be having the podcast debut, the first 6 episodes of The Talking Drum. It's going to be awesome. You're going to be able to listen to us. You won't have to just watch the screen. You'll be able to just listen to it while you're working out, you're having your breakfast, you're on a train, you're doing your thing, you're driving. Hey, The Talking Drum is going to be right there with you. So, anyways, that's it for me. That's the official announcement from Dave the Drummer. CTV joining up to have The Talking Drum come to Santa Cruz local boob tube stations. So, we will see you Friday nights, 8:30. Be sure to check us out. The Talking Drum with Dave the Drummer. Peace.
You want to give them the link for your band?
Yeah, my rockabilly band, the Haywoods. We've got a Facebook page, and it's just, if you just look up the Haywoods, you'll find us there. You can get updated on some videos that we have of some shows, a little calendar of our next gigs that we'll have posted on that Facebook group page as well too.
Now, do you guys have any videos on YouTube, or do you have any videos of you in action on YouTube?
We have some fans that have posted things on YouTube. They're not videos of us playing live. They're basically just snippets of songs that they've pulled off of our CDs and albums and stuff, and just threw up with a graphic.
Right.
So we're working on that. It's definitely a great idea, Dave, to get caught up with YouTube and actually do some more interesting things. So yeah, that's something we need to look into. But there are some YouTube sound videos, if you will.
Yeah,
on YouTube
yeah.
right now.
Is there a more accessible way to get a hold of you guys? Does your band have a Bandcamp, or have any stuff how can they easily access your music?
You can access us and message us through Facebook. Facebook Messenger. You can also email me personally. Email address is just my name, so it's Rick, R-I-C-K, Tahira @hotmail.com, or you can just give me a call, 831-588-1604.
First one to get the number.
There you go.
We should give him a prize for that.
All right. Hey, Rick, thank you so much for coming on and interviewing. Awesome group the Santa Cruz Drum Club is. I'm very proud to be a part of it, very proud to have them as a sponsor for the show. We managed to get in a clip of Rick playing with the Haywoods with a special guest. The name slips off the tongue, but I'm sure I'll have it on there at the bottom, because I like to list those things just to be, just to be considerate of others. So anyways, that is another episode of The Talking Drum wrapped up. Episode 6. I think that's right. Episode 6. So, I want to thank all my guests. I want to thank Zack Olsen. I want to thank Rick Tahira. I want to thank East Cliff Brewery. Okay. I want to thank Santa Cruz Drum Club. I want to thank JDQAV. I want to thank Jaron for all of his work. helping us to shoot it and with the production and what have you. Awesome sponsor. Thank you so much for all your help, Jaron. I want to give a shout out to all the sponsors that Zack Olsen mentioned that he is working with now. They will be at the bottom of the screen with a link to their website so you can check them out as well. And so I want to just give a quick plugs for my stuff as well. Newest songs and clips of songs that I posted up on my SoundCloud. That's what I use the most. Really dig that format. It's super awesome. If you look up Dave El Baterista on Bandcamp, you will find me. You will find my album Amigos that I worked with some of my musical compadres over the last couple of years on. Been a great honor to put out that album. It's a short 3-track EP, but it's from the heart. It's all original music. I'm really proud of it. I also want to give a shout out to my Facebook page, facebook.com/DaveTheDrummer831. I also want to make sure that you guys know that I have a official website. It is pudasuhero.wixsite.com/DaveTheDrummer831. I think I got that one right. Anyways, we will be back with a very special episode to finish off the season. It is going to be a surprise as to what the concept is. Maybe I've told some of you, but not all of you know. Anyways, we will see you next month. And season's greetings. It's a little early, but I thought I'd get it in before anybody else did. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Now!